Fellas, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but baby, regardless of what you do, it's never gonna be enough for... Let's get into it. Women have built their whole dating strategy off of moving a goalpost and then blaming the man when he can't win a game that was created for him to fucking lose. A man texts or call too much, he doing too much. He don't text or call at all, he inconsistent. He wanna be around you, he clingy. He wanna give you space, he acting different. He wanna be around you, he moving too fast. He takes his time, then he wasting yours? What the f*** is this?
Why do women remember the guy who cheated on them more than the guy who bought them flowers and treated them right?
So I remember the guy that cheated on me, and I remember the guy that bought me flowers and treated me right. But the guy that cheated on me was funny. That's probably what it was.
Yeah?
The guy that bought me flowers was like, he was very sweet, but he was like, oh my gosh, like have a little bit of self-respect.
Yeah.
Whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
The guy that buys you flowers maybe isn't the guy that makes you feel alive.
And there it is.
Guys, if you only knew how far a woman would go for a man that she wants to be with, the shit she would let go of, the amount of communication effort she'd put in, you'd feel like a fool for what you accept. The breadcrumbs, a fool.
When we got married... Stop. When we got married 20 years ago, how did you know our marriage was going to last?
Because you did everything I said, like a good little girl. Everything I said. And that's how you train a wife.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Shaun C. One of the biggest mistakes that men make in modern dating is believing that if they try just a little bit harder, do a little bit more, spend more money, be a little bit nicer, and eventually that a woman is going to appreciate them. But what if that's not exactly how attraction works? Because when you listen to a woman talk all the time, eventually they start to tell on themselves. They'll tell you that men are never enough. They'll tell you that they don't feel the spark. They'll tell you that they remember the bad boys, but somehow forget the good men that actually treated them right. And then, in the very next breath, they'll admit that they moved mountains for that bad guy, but rejected the good one. And that's why today's video is so important. After we've watched all these videos of these modern women who aren't wife material, much less girlfriend material, today I want to kind of show you something different. I wanted to show you that the truth is, once you understand how women really choose men, dating is going to start to make more sense. And then it should actually make sense why men are starting to choose to be alone. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help us get to 57,000 subscribers. And with that being said, let's get started.
We ever cut someone off too quickly because of trauma?
Sometimes I feel like I will cut off a nice guy just because I don't think that we're going to mesh because I have too much trauma.
We cut off two really nice guys.
Yes, and let's talk about it. Sis, I'm going to be honest with you. This man had no issues.
No.
That man had no issues.
Yours had no issues. Mine had no issues. But they were great.
One thing about it, one thing for sure, baby, I need you with a little trauma.
Yeah.
I need you to come.
They were too perfect.
I need you to come with a little trauma. I need you to come with a little trauma. You seem too perfect. I don't want you.
Yeah, and honestly,
it was too nice.
It was that, and I wasn't attracted to him.
Both of these women had good men. They were perfect. And I've heard this before. You're too perfect. They told you that it's code for, well, I need you to have a little trauma. The thing about it is when you're too perfect, all of this standards that modern women talk about having, they don't have these standards when it comes to Pookie, Octavius, Fellatonio, and June bugging them. And the reason they don't, because they feel like they can teach them something. They feel like there's a way they can control and manipulate that situation in terms of, you know, I'm attracted to him sexually, but I want to mold him to be my man. And it never works that way, because those dudes don't really want these women. Yet the good guy, the guy who would treat them right, they do not want to be held up to the mirror of that dude's discipline, success, drive, whatever it is, because it reflects on that toxicity that they say that they want.
I'll be real with you. I'm scared to be a really good courting boyfriend.
Why?
You wanna know why? Because of the many times that women have come to me for, let's say, alternative pleasure, not the good courting boyfriend kind, the I'm gonna get my needs fulfilled with this guy kind, while they're getting courted by the good courting boyfriend kind. And I hear about him and they say he's a really nice guy and he's great and he always shows up. But I don't feel that like real spark that they feel with me. Even in those moments when it was happening, I remember thinking, fuck, this is probably gonna ruin me later, that I'm seeing this side. I know you coach and mentor women. What would you say to a guy who's has some trepidation around doing what women say they want, when in my experience, often they want something very different?
This is something I feel tender about too, because there are amazing men in the world who do want to show up and do the right thing.
Yes.
And women have given them a lot of reason not to. Not intentionally, right. We don't mean to. The truth is that women are turned on and excited by heat and fire, and we're not erotically turned on naturally by someone who's kind and consistent, even though we know that we should be. I think that there gets to be a beautiful balance where the women of the world get to learn how to be more attracted to wonderful men who treat them well. And there's a beautiful balance for men as well, where you get to be great, you get to be a good man, you get to do all the right things and show up beautifully while still keeping your heat. This is actually a vulnerable conversation I had with my fiance, where he said, I was afraid to be more primal with you in the beginning because I was afraid to lose you. And so I said, you have permission to be good and beautiful and all these things that you are, and show me your other side too.
When you've been the guy who has been the guy giving her pleasure, okay? You are the guy that is the side dude. You are the one that actually gets all of her passion, the passion that she can't show to her man anymore because she don't feel it. You as the side dude is getting all of that. And that you actually kind of get some of the femininity in there too. Depends on kind of woman you dealing with. But what I'm saying is you get her vulnerable side. She opens up to you. And this is why, like, you got to be careful who is around your woman, because women say it didn't mean anything. It's just a fling. The way women open up to the side dude is the kind of vulnerability they don't give and express to their real dude. When this guy talks about feeling bad because it might ruin him later, as I've stated, it doesn't ruin us the same way. If we meet the right woman, we will settle down with her. If we meet the right person, we will slow our program down to be with that person. Women on the flip side, as they start to burn away that oxytocin and not able to make those connections and those bonds anymore, that's why you see these same type of women that, you know, for the streets early, they're losing relationships. They're quick to get out of them. They're quick to get divorced. And I think that the reason why you're going to see half of these women single and childless is because of how much promiscuity is promoted in today's society. This woman right here reminds me of a philosophy that I have and that I hope that you all gain tonight if you didn't know, or you were, timid to be able to go there. She said she gave permission for her dude to be primal, but also soft and tender. She's a good woman, right? Women want you to have the idea of certain things. She don't want to have to tell you. She wants you to do and know certain things. This is why it's important to be a man that is on your purpose, because then you are already like, hey, we're doing this. This is the plan. And, and a woman who really appreciates you is going to be like, okay, it's all good. Whatever it is, whatever you say. Unfortunately, as men, you can be a good guy. You don't have to be a nice guy. Be a man. That's what women say they want. Women still desire that. And being a man is willing to be able to make the tough decisions and walk away from the table.
The book is based on a survey where men and women were asked if they got 80% of everything they want in their ideal mate, would they be happy with that?
No,
and women said, no, that's settling. And men said, 80%, I'd be thrilled. That's a catch.
80% of the women you surveyed is settling?
That's settling because, the question is, what actually makes us happy in long-term romantic love? Divorce
What do they say?
lawyers.
What do they say? What do they say?
And, the thing is, we're too picky about the things that don't matter at all for long-term romantic happiness, but we're not picky enough about the things that actually do matter.
What are women? It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple with men. Come on. What are women too picky about here?
Well, I'll tell you, men and women were asked what would be a deal breaker for going on a second date. And men named 3 things. They said she has to be cute enough, she has to be warm and kind, and she has to be interesting to
How
talk
old is
to.
this video?
Those seem like really valid criteria.
Ding, 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 ding.
This
The
video
women came back with 300 things that would rule out a guy for a second date. And we're talking about like another 2 hours.
300.
Men and women want different things, sure, but the expectations are so different. We'll never close this gap when you have women who have been inundated with social media. So they see stuff, they see other people with it, they see people with the stuff that they want that they don't think deserves it, and they think they deserve it. And then they've been told not only about this Disney princess fairy tale that they can have it all, and even though there is plenty of proof out there that, hey, when you go certain directions in life, there's sacrifices to be made. You can't have it all. Men understand this already. So the problem is this gap of what women say that they want and what they really need.
Women can get anything that they want from a man if they show more appreciation for the shit that they already get.
The small shit.
Even if you want more, show a man that you appreciate, because that's going to motivate him to go get you some more.
True. That's it. He going to go get it.
You don't even have to ask.
That was the bar. Y'all listen. He said women can get anything they want from a man if they show appreciation for the stuff they already getting.
Right.
That's the big deal.
But now it's entitlement. Like, oh, you got to do this to fuck with me. You got to buy me a bag. You got to take me.
I'm blaming on the rap music.
But think about the guys who took their girl on a trip and she ain't even say thank you. She ain't even pack that nigga bag to go with her. She ain't took no pictures with this nigga.
Oh. She ain't took no pictures with him?
You know how many women go on vacations with men that pay for the vacation? He can't even get posted on the close friends. No. You see the food on the table. It's 2 plates. Who eating that other plate?
That's real.
That nigga paid for that high-ass ticket.
Come on now.
They come over here and spend 3 days with you. You ain't said thank you. You ain't did nothing. It's all about you.
A woman that truly likes you, she's just happy with spending time. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, I promise you, a woman that is genuinely interested in you, is interested in just being next to you, being in your presence, smelling your scent, hearing your voice. If it's not that type of energy, chat, and she's coming with, oh, a man needs to do this, a man needs to do that, spend this money, spend that money, what date we going on? Oh no, I like going to Roof Chris. I like going here instead of there. Once you start getting that type of energy, cut it off. Cut it off. Don't waste your time.
Shout out to this young man, King. He's speaking truth. This is multiple videos now where I've showed you of this type of advice. Some of you all want to stop talking to women, period. And I don't think you should do that. Do not cut off the thing that makes you a man. I'm not saying you got to go wife these women. I'm not saying you got to take them on expensive dates. I am saying let us not forget the art of conversation. And even if it leads to her saying, why don't you do this for me or do this? Let me tell you something. If it gets to that point, walk away. It's that simple. This young man said, and as I've said many times, women who like you don't care where you take them, right? Even on Partners in Crime podcast, make sure you go over to that YouTube channel, Partners in Crime podcast, right? And me and P talk about this very subject. We were broke and we didn't have nobody complaining about where we took them. So again, when women are feeling you, you ain't got to worry about this stuff. And so if you ain't that dude where the woman always expects you to pay, always got to get something out you ain't him.
I've learned in my life as a man, the only way that you can truly lead a woman is if you are okay with losing her, because that way you won't compromise yourself. So if you are okay with losing a woman, that's going to be the first step to actually leading her, because most men don't want to lose the woman. So what they're doing is they're trying to keep the woman versus leading the woman.